All right, we are live. Lupagus is just hopping on. We'll give it a minute here. There he is. Here he is. All right, Lupagus, we're live. We're live with your festive background.
Hang on, I can't get my fucking headphones in.
All right, you get those in. We're all just gonna.
All right, I'm here. Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Tough loss in San Francisco, 34-26. We had the chance. It didn't happen. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Give me the Vikings team. This was a back and forth game, and you really look at this defensive line the Vikings rolled out today.
Hey, hold on.
I have to.
Can we talk about before we get anything? How can you not call that pass interference for KJ Osborne in that second to last play? Are you kidding me? I hate to put this on plays. I hate to put it on the refs, but at the very end, clearly pass interference, and that is going to chap my ass. And I'll probably get an hour and a half sleep tonight, strictly because of that play.
Well, there was a ton of horseshit calls when it comes to ref today. I don't understand how in the hell they don't overturn the Adam Thielen catch. That was clearly a catch. And then you got freaking what's his name? The old Josh Norman punching Adam Thielen in the back on a pile, and there's no flags. And who was this scuzzy ass lead ref today? It looks like he just walked out of the landing after getting shot down by the fattest woman in the bar.
All right, hold on. Let's
making the cards.
I'm sure he's a great guy. Tough day.
He had 3 teeth.
We also got to admit that the Vikings got a few gifts as well when it comes to the refs. Cam Dantzler taking swings at players and not getting flags. So it went both ways, but to have it end on that pass interference that should have been clearly called. Brutal. Let's give a little love. We got some familiar faces in the house here. Ethan Griffith, Rob E, Purple Haze, Kwong, of course, Venomous, our man, Jelly Monster, Mr. Voss. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure we're getting a little bit of love here. But yeah, I'm so pissed off right now. I'm so mad.
Hey, did Matamita and Tim Voss really go up?
I wouldn't doubt it. I bet those two just rip shit up together. JDT 93 bringing up the obvious one. Dalvin Cook, that did not look good. I don't know if anybody's seen exactly what that is so far, but that looked very, very bad. Clearly, if Dalvin Cook is out, any dream, any hope it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad.
Well, and yeah, I mean, look at Alexander Madison. To me, Alexander Madison, he just runs where the hole's called, and I don't know. I think he runs with his eyes closed lately. Again, he can handle it. He'll be okay. He's not going to improvise. He's not going to have any big runs. He'll be a meat grinder kind of a guy. Feed him. Eventually, you may get to 100 yards. But I want to see if Dalvin Cook is out for an extended period of time. Kenny Nwangu. I mean, we saw it with the kick return today. Well done to the Rook. He's had about 8 kick returns. 2 have gone to the house. Let's get that guy in the backfield. Let's get that guy some touches. Let's see what he can do. He's one who I think can restore, if Dalvin Cook is gone, some of that explosive element we will be missing.
Fine. That's all I got. I'm just really irritated. I'm like that fifth hungover shit you take on a Saturday, Sunday morning where it just stings. It hurts. You don't want to do it. You're beat up, but you got to do it anyways. Yes, Nwangu, fantastic. Very, very exciting. It was nice to see him actually get a handoff. Somebody just brought it up in the comments. I mean, we're 5-6, but these next 3 games clearly winnable. We could very easily be 8-6, which makes you hurt even more. We could be 9-5, but this ain't over yet. I mean, people throwing in the towel, at least when it comes to the playoffs, not over yet. This was just a dagger. We were stepping on our dicks all day.
Well, and that's the problem. A game where you have what we have. I mean, you call it the turnover and downs, 3 turnovers. The ugly Kirk Cousins interception, and then the Dalvin Cook fumble where Oli Udoh gets plowed right back into him. So Oli Udoh, if you guys are looking for turd of the game, let me throw his name out there. Obviously, when there's a holding call, it's going to be number 74, and it was. Whoa, that surprised me.
What the fuck?
And then
disgusting human.
And then, I mean, he's the guy who lets he gets plowed in Dalvin Cook, and I think it was Oli Udo's ass that hit Cook's shoulder, collarbone bold area. So, I mean, Oli Udo's a turd.
Oli Udo has been a turd. He's been a turd the last 6 weeks. Unfortunately, we have to deal with that. I mean, let's just look at the obvious things here. We knew the Niners were going to run all over us. They did that, and then some. 208 yards on the ground to our 67. They controlled the ball. They had the ball for almost 15 minutes more than us, 37 minutes to 23. Again, I don't think that's overly shocking. It's just, I mean, the turnovers. The Vikings just didn't look like themselves today. Kirk Cousins had a pick. What do we have? 2 fumbles. Actually, I think we had more than 2 fumbles.
Well, Conklin got a goddamn gift, like you said live. Looked like he shit that thing out. And luckily, it somehow came back to the Vikings. Again, the Cook one. And Cousins just a little bit off all day.
Yeah, he was
missed
off.
He missed the extra point or the 2-point conversion to Jefferson, and he shot high on the fourth and goal attempt to Jefferson. So, Kirk Cousins, not exactly his best game, but we all knew this would be a physical game. It was a physical game on both sides of the ball, a little more high scoring than I thought. But again, I think this is the silver lining here is 9 wins is going to probably get you the wild card. Right now, the way the NFC is looking is complete crap from pretty much top to bottom. So you look at the games coming up. You got the Lions, you got the Bears twice, you got the Steelers. Those should be 4 gimme wins right there. It gets you at 9 wins. And maybe you can squeak one out against the Packers, and the Rams are nothing special right now, so you can maybe get to 10. So this game never had to be a must-win, but, man, I mean, the way they lost, of course, it's going to be heartbreaking. Of course, it's going to tug at all of our pubes, and it did. And it hurts, and that's why we have to just – drown our sours.
Yeah, I mean, must win, absolutely not. Must win as far as if we would have won this game, I think momentum would have been like at an all-time high, like not so much, hey, we're just going to sneak in the playoffs, but holy shit, they just ripped off 3 solid wins against 3 very good teams, and I think expectations would have been a little bit higher. So it just would have been all momentum as far as this win, and that would have been ginormous going into these 3 turd games. Darrisaw as well. Dirk Diggler bringing up that clearly is going to be a huge thing. The first thing, Rashad Hill goes out there for the first play, and Bosa goes around him like nothing. It was insane how much of a drop off that is. Darrisaw had a tough task, and Bosa got to the quarterback today, but Darrisaw still had a damn good game.
I mean, he held his own. Obviously, major concern after this one with Darrisaw's health. Is he going to be okay? Rashad Hill immediately came in, and then Nick Bosa just went by him so fast. I think it was actually the speed of Nick Bosa going by him that spun Rashad Hill around. Very embarrassing. And, my God, if we have to roll with not only Alexander Madison at running back moving forward, but Rashad Hill at left tackle, we may not get those 4 wins that we need to get to the wild card.
Yeah. Trenches, yes, they beat us in the trenches, no doubt about it. Our defensive line trenches was depleted, to say, and that's putting it kindly. We have this our new defensive tackle. Is it KJ Smith? I don't even know who
TJ Smith. Didn't even know he was on the team. I'm like, who's number 50?
He's I don't know if they signed him an hour before the game. I like to think I'm pretty in the know with the roster, but him, I don't know where he came from. I mean, he was out on our defensive line today.
He was balling out. He had 3 tackles today. TJ Smith, whoever the hell he is, pretty sure he just I think he just walked on the field to a white jersey and they let him play because that's how depleted we were. And I think, I mean, I'm not going to say moral victories here, but my God, our defensive line, it was horrible. I mean,
can we just say, hold on. Your Dirk Diggler's picture, I believe, is a picture of you with your huge zit on your forehead.
Yeah. Well, I forgot what was his name? Raul?
I don't know. He's gone. You kicked his ass.
Well, I give these kids who came in their credit. TJ Smith, James Lynch, I thought both played well. Armand Watts had a good game. Sheldon Richardson was making plays again. DJ Wanham. So we're down to backups and backups of backups. And you still hang in there. You almost pull out a victory against the Niners on the road, a team that is definitely on the upswing. But, yeah, I mean, it's – again, you like to see the fight. And this team didn't give up. So they hung in there. They fought. Again, it didn't go the way we wanted in the end, but it is what it is.
Kyle, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
The record today is 2. We got to beat 2 today.
Yeah, we got to get 2 Patreons today. The goal is to get 50 by Christmas. We are at 36. We did order our Christmas cards. So all the patrons have been sending us their addresses. You also, there's still time. You could still sign up, $2 a month. That's it.
And let's just say this, the pitcher is going to motivate me to work out harder.
Yeah, it's something. So there's the link. Hit it up. Let's talk about the end of the game. Down by 8. They're on the 5-6 yard line or whatever. 4th down, they go for it. Personally, I loved it. I love the fact that they went for it. They proved why they went for it after they didn't get it, and the Niners just basically ran out the clock. I mean, they missed a field goal, but even if we would have kicked that field goal, I'm pretty confident that 49ers would have been able to run out the clock anyways. I liked it. Lupagus, what are your thoughts? I mean, I'm glad they went for it.
I mean, I guess you really had to at that point. Like you said, because the fact you make it, you're still down by 5 at that point. They're going to, they know they're going to pound the ball.
Still need a touchdown.
Against the, really just a kind of scrap together D line that's been taking a pounding all game long. You know they're going to be tired. You know they weren't going to be ready to roll. And they did it. They wore them down, and they kept doing it. They kept attacking up the middle. And again, as well as this scrap together defensive line played, they were worn out. They were tired out at the end of the game, and they were just beat up, and they didn't hold up.
They were beat up. Kirk Cousins 20.
Like a hand-me-down rubber.
Like a hand-me-down rubber. You should not be. That should not even be a thing. That's the worst thing ever. Kirk Cousins, like you said, dude was just off. He was just off all day. I mean, he didn't have a horrible game, but on the 2-point conversion, he was overthrowing some guys. He just wasn't the. I would say. I mean, Kirk Cousins has been pretty damn good this year, and something was a little off today. Not great. And what the fuck,
I mean,
Adam Thielen? How do they not reverse that call? He caught that ball.
Yeah, we were all 100% confident. I was going on, was dipping some pizza in the nacho cheese, feeling real good. Come back and they said Vikings lost their timeout. I'm like, what? Yeah, you see the replay. His hands are under it, never touches the ground. Again, it's that one-tooth guy who just got shot down at the landing after ordering 2 cheese wheels. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what he was seeing.
I've seen a few comments like this. SSM is nailing it here. Is Vikings, they come alive when they're underdogs. They come alive when they have a losing record. They creep back into it. And when we're on top, he's right. We shrink like his nards.
I don't think I've heard the word nard since about 1987.
Nards. I had a hamster once, probably in around the 80s, probably about 89. His name was Nards. He died.
Yeah, and how did he die?
We gave it 7-Up. We didn't know that would make hamsters sick. He got very sick.
I thought his feet melted off in the heater.
No, that was a different one. Julian Marker, he fricked up.
Hamsters.
Well, we stopped getting them after that.
Kirk did frick up. Man,
let's talk about what's going on.
What?
Sounds like you're listening to Metallica all of a sudden. Let's talk about some good things. Adam Thielen, good game, 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely.
2 scores. Defensively, Harrison Smith. I mean, you can't ask for a better game from that guy. Anthony Barr, I think, had a good game. DJ Wanham had a good game.
Yeah, well, I've been continuously impressed now with James Lynch. This is about the 3rd, 4th game in a row. James Lynch, he's Wolfman's got nards. Hell yeah, he does.
Wolfman, who the hell's Wolfman? I want to party with that guy.
I feel like was that a Teen Wolf reference? I don't know. That's maybe what I was thinking, but maybe these guys don't know Teen Wolf. If you're watching Teen Wolf in the scene in the gym, look in the background. There's a guy standing up cheering. His pants are down. They're completely down. It's bizarre. I don't know why they are. James Lynch, though, I think this is like his 3rd or 4th pretty damn good game in a row. 5 tackles today. He's hustling, man. He's making plays, and he's got a lot of near misses. And when these near misses have been game-changing plays. So James Lynch, keep on doing what you're going to do. Those plays will come for you, you big red bastard.
Big red goofy bastard. There's our Patreon page. Once we want 2 tonight. We want 2. That's it. That is it. It just seemed like we were just a couple plays away. It was like right in our grasp. All of a sudden, I mean, that ugly interception Kirk Cousins threw, It's just
Well,
a couple plays.
and let's go again. Greg Joseph misses the extra point, and you're constantly chasing the points, and that's in these games these Vikings have lost close that could have gone the other way. The games you wish you would have had back. It's always Greg Joseph missing a kick that starts to lead to our downfall. Happened again today. Personally, I saw the fourth down conversion where like 73% was best in the NFL, which I thought was shocking. I don't trust our offense going for 2 points ever.
No. No.
Cool. Again, another bright spot. I want to say, Tayshaun Bauer only notched one tackle today, but again, a guy who I thought was creating pressure in the face of Jimmy Garoppolo plenty. I didn't know if we'd see him today. I didn't know if we'd see TJ Smith. But Tayshaun Bauer for just getting signed, 3-4 days ago, I thought he played pretty well.
He played good. I thought Breeland had a decent game considering it's Breeland. Sheldon Richardson, Vikings moving him out to defensive end has panned out fairly well as well. I mean, Kenny Willekes is still a mystery to me. I don't know why he's on I believe he's still on the practice squad. He's off the COVID list. I don't know what's going on there. This defensive line somehow, some way needs to get healthy. Michael Pierce. Whatever that mystery is. I mean, I think he's still on the IR till what? I think he's got another game at least. Tomlinson on the COVID list. I mean, when you look at our defensive line that was out there, it's not surprising one damn bit that they had 208 rushing yards. I'm actually surprised that they got to the quarterback as much as they did.
Well, yeah, I mean, of all the games you want to have Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson in your lineup, this is the game you want to have it, and you don't have it. And again, you get up 200 yards on the ground, but they're running against TJ Smith, future Hall of Fame TJ
future
Smith.
Ring of Honor TJ Smith. You show him some damn respect, Lupagus. Yeah, make sure to have your studs and turds ready. We're gonna bring you on shortly to hear those. I got mine ready, and it's not even close. Matt Jelly Monster, I'm glad you brought him up. Tom Compton out there just really giving her hell. At this point, I'd probably take Tom Compton at right guard over Oli Udoh. It's a miracle that he's still in the league.
I don't think I heard Tom Compton's name
That's
called
a good
for
thing
a flag, for a hold. Yeah, it was Laken Tomlinson when it came to the Niners side for penalties and the linemen. There was something I remember watching the game when I said, make sure we talk about this on the live. What was it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we talked about everything. I know you really wanted to talk about TJ Smith.
I did. There was something specifically. God, what the hell was it?
Hey, we got a new Patreon, by the way. Eric.
Hey, what was it?
Eric, welcome to the Patreon. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. We only need one more. We need one more. That's all we need tonight. We wanted two. We're halfway there.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Eric, for signing up. You're not going to regret it. I mean, there's
the link. Still time to get that Christmas card.
Yeah. And for all of you who are Patreons, we're going to need your address. So
we got a lot of them.
Let us know.
We got a lot of the addresses.
Maybe it'll be a Christmas card, maybe a visit.
This might be a thing. There might be Valentine cards. There might be a lot of things. We haven't talked about Deebo Samuel. I don't really want to talk about him. He's really starting to piss me off. More so because he's a very good football player. You can't deny that. But he just ripped us up. I mean, obviously on the running game, 2 rushing touchdowns, averaged 11 yards a carry. I think he had 1 or 2 catches. But Deebo Samuel was a thorn in our nutsack.
Well, the worst part about it was after he was out, and they keep showing him like taking sips of water and feeding other guys water and just looking at him. It was as bad as watching Wade Phillips back in the day when every single game Wade Phillips was in. You zoom in at that cow just chewing his face, whatever the hell he did every single game. And then they start doing this with Deebo. And yeah, great player. For whatever reason, we couldn't tackle Deebo Samuel. And that's one thing I did want to talk about with our defense. You start out great. You got a 14-7 lead. And then all of a sudden, you can't tackle anymore. And you let these teams score back to back on you. Obviously, the third one was on a very short field. But as well as I thought this depleted line played, and you got Harrison Smith balling out, it doesn't seem like in key situations this defense steps up and puts their foot down and stops in offense. And this is why the Vikings are now, what the hell are we, 5-6?
5-6 on the way to 8-6. Jordan Berry, I'm going to talk about our punter. You're damn right. We might have lost, but Jordan Berry has the leg of a mule. I mean, that guy is just booting the shit out of that thing. It's fantastic to see a punter that can actually just go out there and just long hog that thing. I think he averaged over 50 yards a punt today. So Jordan Berry, thank you for not having to worry about our punter.
Well, and you look at what, especially compared to the Niners punter, Mitch Wasnawati, he just kept booting into the end zone and getting touchbacks, and you got Jordan Berry doing the opposite. And I know SSM Creations wasn't concerned at all, and D.D. Westbrook was trying to catch some balls.
Hell no.
I still get nervous. I still get a little bit nervous when that happens. So,
yeah, but I mean, I'm really pissed off about this loss. It sucks because I think if Kirk Cousins would have came out and just played decent, he played decent. If he would have been a little more on par, I think this was a winnable game, and that's what always sucks. I mean, a blowout when you're done is kind of like fine. We got our asses kicked, but this is a game I feel like they actually should have won. I'm by no means throwing in. I'm not calling it good on the season. I think they definitely still have a chance. Like you said, the NFC, when it gets to this point, it's pretty gross. You got the Falcons. I can't remember who else. And especially with our schedule coming up, I definitely still think we can make the playoffs. What we do in there, who knows? But it just hurts because we should have won this game, and a 3-game winning streak would have been fantastic.
But I mean, this is the Minnesota Vikings 2021. They're going to get your hopes up. They're going to play close, tight games. They just don't really know how to win these ball games, and it showed again today. They find ways to lose. They don't find ways to win. Even after all the bad things that happened, they had the ball in their hands, a chance to score, tie the game late, and they couldn't do it. Plenty of reasons why that happened, but I mean, most of these reasons you can point at yourselves and look in the mirror, because the turnover battle you lose, defensive, just not making the stops when you have to. And then, Greg Joseph not doing his job once again, missing an extra point that makes you chase points the entire game. These are the things that make you lose ball games. These are the things we've seen early in the season. We had a 2-game win streak, maybe made us think that these things were over. We weren't going to see them. But again, the 2020 Minnesota Vikings, who they truly are, showed up again today. And the Vikings are 5-6.
5-6. We just got to deal with it. I'm going to sleep like shit tonight. Thinking of Deebo Samuel just ripping us a new ass. I'm thinking of Tyler Conklin just dropping the ball. I'm thinking of Dalvin Cook being injured. The thought of Rashad Hill being injured is going to keep me up late. And we got 2 more patrons. We got Jeff.
More?
Jeff is in the house. That's 3 for the night. And the Outhouse. The Outhouse is also subscribed.
It's about time that cheap ass signs up.
Yeah, well, he finally found his quarters. So well done, everybody. We got 3 patrons tonight. Appreciate that.
Oh, no,
I think it's almost time for studs and turds.
Really? I feel like we just got started.
No, I mean,
no, it's fine. We can do it. Let's do it.
I'd love to. I mean, yeah. I mean, I thought Harrison Smith. I saw Anthony Barr not getting much love in the comments. I thought he played pretty damn good. I mean, Anthony Barr.
Yeah, well, you always think the shitty players play good, so I'm not surprised.
I'm up and down on Anthony Barr week to week. I thought he played fairly well. Feel free to tell me I'm an idiot, but I didn't think he had a horrible game at all.
I wasn't overly impressed. Didn't seem to do much of anything. And again,
Ethan Griffiths is our welcomer, just like at Walmart, handing out the carts. Thank you, Ethan. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Hired shit, get everybody a contact buzz when they walk into the store.
Yeah, Ethan Griffith is just ripping those things left and right.
One thing I did want to talk about, I don't understand the Patrick Peterson. It was 3rd and whatever. I think it was the first drive of the second half. The holding call. George Kittle goes up to him and completely, I think he gave him a suplex and an elbow smash, and they called a penalty on Patrick Peterson. That was after that goofy ass play where they passed it back and forth twice. I don't know what happened there. Again, the refs weren't the reason we lost this game. They sure as hell didn't help. That one to me was a complete head scratcher. Yeah,
there's a lot of head scratching plays today, or calls.
But it was huge. It was the 3rd down. It would have given us the ball back. Not allowed them to score 3 times in a row, and potentially swings this entire game. And I just don't understand the call. I mean, George Kittle just ran over Patrick Peterson, and they called it on him.
The KJ Osborne one's going to get me. Clear pass interference. Clearly pass interference. That's going to bust my ass. If that would have been, I think if it would have been someone like Jefferson or Thielen, he might have got the flag. But it was KJ Osborne. Hate it. Howard House is already thinking about canceling his Patreon subscription. Unfortunately, that's not allowable.
Not possible.
So is Mike gone tomorrow? No. Come on. Zimmer's here for the rest of the year. We know it. Easy. Kenny Nwangu, we talked about it right off the bat, but people joining late, how can you not be excited about this guy? Two kick returns as a rookie, has only had a few returns as it is. The guy's just electric. And if hopefully it's not true, if Dalvin Cook is out for a long period of time, there's no way in hell that they're not going to get him. I mean, there's no way they can just give it to Madison.
No.
90% of the time. We're going to see a heavy dose of Nwangu.
And we may say AJ Rose elevated to the active roster as well.
Oh, wow.
But, here's the funny thing. When Cook went out, who became the featured target or the featured member of the offense? It was CJ Ham.
CJ freaking Ham.
Again, still a favorite of Kirk Cousins. In the games where he struggles, it seems where CJ Ham is the primary receiver. And we saw that a little bit there, flash its ugly head for a little bit. And I love CJ Ham. We all love CJ Ham. He just lives down the street. He's from down the street, I should say. But really, you can't make him the featured weapon of your offense.
Julian Marker giving us some breaking news. Dalvin's going to have an MRI tomorrow. I don't anticipate seeing him really. That just looked bad. They carted him off. I mean, when is that ever a good sign? When does somebody get carted off and they're all of a sudden back next week? Luckily, we have the Detroit Lions next week, and Lupagus could line up in the backfield. I'm pretty sure he could rip off 80 yards, 2 scores, 4 catches, and 30 yards.
Hey, you must not see me in 8th grade. It was awesome. It was electric.
Jeremy, new Patreon as well. Thank you. We're going to get to that 50 before Christmas. On his shoulder. Yeah, his shoulders. They need to just take those things out, put them titanium. Are we ready for studs and turds? Everybody ready?
I guess. Okay. He said, everybody ready? And then he leaves. Very bizarre, very strange. It was kind of funny the Vikings waited so long to start getting Tyler Conklin involved in the offense. Again, Tyler Conklin, the fumble wasn't great. But man, third down situations, that guy does tend to convert, especially after the Adam Thielen catch that was not a catch. And I've seen a couple of these thoughts on 2022. And you know what? I would actually I would have agreed with that, but the NFC is so bad. It's so wide open. The Vikings are not done this year. Again, very winnable games on the schedule. This one was always going to be a coin toss kind of a game with the Niners peaking. Same time the Vikings are peaking. Again, Lions, Bears twice. Steelers are crap. That's 4. It should be 4 wins right there. The Rams is a winnable game. And again, the Packers, again, a game the Vikings could always win because you always play the Packers tough. So getting to 9 wins could be enough to get in. So I'm definitely not writing off the team right now. I'm not going to look forward to 2022 until they're officially out. And if the NFC wasn't so bad, yeah, maybe we'll be talking 2022 right now as we enter December. But right now, Vikings are still very much alive.
I just cut a whiz and just came to the realization the Vikings not only are alive, but they're going to win the Super Bowl. You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
Breaking news.
Well, if the Vikings, I don't know if I could I'd have to get so drunk to watch that game. Stress level will be through the roof.
No, we can't do that. All right, let's do it. Let's bring you guys on studs and turds of the game. A lot of options. Look forward to. But I wash my hands, Tim Voss. Come on. No, I don't do that.
Well,
all right, there's the link. Hit us up. Come on, studs and turds. Can't wait.
Well, before we do it, we got a couple requests to break down Clint Kubiak or thoughts on Clint Kubiak.
When it comes to the play calling today, I didn't have really any issues with it. It seemed to be a little bit of a lull where all of a sudden they started dinking and dunking for about 2 possessions, but they were still aggressive. They did play Justin Jefferson chucking that thing around. I had 0 issues with it. I love I already said it, but I love the fact it went for it on 4th down. So I don't know. I might be in the minority here, but Clint Kubiak has not been an issue for me last couple weeks.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. There was a couple moments where it was a little too CJ Ham heavy, a little too dinky dunky, a little too conservative. But overall, I didn't have any problems with Clint Kubiak's play calling today. I didn't have any problems with last week or the week before. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with Clint Kubiak right now. He's not why we lost this game. Clint Kubiak doesn't play defense. He doesn't wear the striped shirts. So no problem with him right now. I still would prefer to look to another option in the future, but right now I don't have a problem with it.
We'll take it. All right. Let's I see a couple familiar faces waiting to come on here. We got Blake. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Blake.
What's up?
Popcorn ceiling anywhere.
How's morale?
Well, first I wanted to quickly touch on what Lupagus was talking about earlier with the refereeing. I usually am not one to go after the refs, but this was a tough game to watch. I mean, the penalty to end the game, number 60, I think, is Brunskill for San Francisco. Every run up the middle, it seemed like he had a jersey full, but I guess I'm not the ref, so I don't make that decision. But my start of the game would probably be Thielen. He's really taken that wide receiver 2 role perfectly. It seems like he's getting open like he should be. He's still that amazing end zone threat. And then my turd is that first half, the last 2 minutes of the first half defense. We're up to 66 points given up in this final 2 minutes, which is the most by 15.
That's disgusting.
It's just rough every week.
That's disgusting. Adam Thielen, did he catch it or not?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Boom. Blake, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Blake wants to be our new stat boy.
All right, let's head over. Let's bring on Jacob T. Jacob T, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Jacob T?
Gentlemen, nice to see you guys again. Probably should not come on because it's the second time I've been on, and that was the Ravens game, and we lost that one too.
Oh,
so maybe I should just not come on.
Nah, it's maybe after the game. You can't be bad luck after the fact.
You're gonna have a hell of a comeback.
I guess. Hey, maybe I just don't come on. They win next 2 and start the process over again. I guess. Start of the game. This is tough. It's a tough pick. I mean, Harrison Smith, he played well.
He did.
Per the game, I got to go offensive line. Obviously, Darisaw, he had a rough game, but he's a rookie. He's going to learn. Nick Bosa is not an easy task for him. But obviously, the difference between Rashad Hill and Christian Darisaw is night and day. A lot of people will get angry at the refs. Obviously, there's some back calls, but the Niners ran the ball down the Vikings' teeth, and that's what they're good at. And the Vikings are playing second stringers, and that's what you expect to happen. But I don't know, just be happy, I guess, that they're not completely out of the playoffs, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot to stars grasp.
Silver lining, baby. Silver lining, Jacob T. Thank you, sir.
All right. See ya.
I think he had more. One bar. Playing the orchestra music, I guess.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I always love me some Jacob T. All right, let's go to D. Garcia. We recognize
there
that
it is.
face.
What's up, guys?
How's
getting
life?
some chicken
How
sandwiches from Burger King right now? He's in the drive-thru right now.
No, I'm not in the drive-thru. I'm sitting at a parking lot at a grocery store. I'm about to go in, grab some stuff for my wife, but I was like,
say hi to Matamita for us.
Yeah, man. So obviously it was a tough game to watch. Really the Niners won on 2 short possessions off 2 turnovers. So, and I think 1 bar in the pregame one when you were talking about the turnover battle, that was one thing that the Vikings were going to have to win, and we certainly did not win that. As far as studs, Adam Thielen, obviously he's always great, but JJ had been shining these last few weeks, and I think it's good to see Adam Thielen hey, I'm still here, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Need someone to drop it today.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still here. So that's always good to see. But as far as turds, I mean, no one really just played dog shit except for I guess the offensive line, just collapsing to the pass rush. But what can you really do? I mean, everyone's already kind of harped on that. And then of course Darrisaw goes down, Dalvin goes down, and it's just like someone just popped like a volleyball, and the air's just deflating out of it as the game goes on. It was hard, and we were in there at the end, and it still was just kind of like. And then the refs just one last time was like, nope, no pass interference there for you. So
fucking pass interference.
I mean, it is what it is. It was just those horrible game, and they only lost by 8. I mean, everything wrong. Everything couldn't get pressure, couldn't stop the run, couldn't do anything, and still only lost by 8. So I mean, I guess that's still a silver lining there, but that's kind of been the story all year, really.
Hell yeah, D Garcia, you go get those groceries, buddy.
Yeah, good luck shopping, man.
All right.
Thanks for hopping on, man.
I heard you spend more when you're depressed after a loss, so good luck with that.
He's right. He makes a very good point because we keep getting knocked down a peg, injuries, turnovers, and it never fails. We're always still in grasp. It's just never out of reach. What keeps toying with our nuts.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the way the season's gone. It's a story that does not seem to want to stop. So I expect to see it the last 6-7 games we got left. One thing we should talk about, we never talked about, is Mason Cole getting the start now, 3 games in a row. No longer is this an injury issue. Is this not Bradbury being healthy enough after COVID? Mason Cole is your starting center for Minnesota Vikings, and I expect that to be the same moving forward.
Yeah, I don't see that changing. I don't know why they would change it. It's clearly better. Mason Cole is not an all-pro by any means, but he's also not all dog shit either. So bring on Mason Cole. I love Mason Cole. Speaking of bringing on, let's bring on Aaron Hunt. Mr. Hunt, beautiful locks, wearing the Hawkeyes gear. Look at that guy.
Oh, going to the Big Ten championship right here, baby.
There you go. There you go, baby.
They are.
Hey, I have to disagree with you. I think that call, not going for the field goal, was a bad call.
Really? Well,
you kick that field goal, you're down 5. You don't make that. If you don't go for it, don't get it, you're down 8. So that means you have to score a touchdown and and the 2-point. Let alone if they would have made that field goal, game over. I don't know. I understand being aggressive, and I'm all for it, but I think you kick that field goal and you're down 5, and it's the same story.
But I think you got to look at who your personnel is. You got T.J. Smith playing D tackle, a guy who's been taking a pounding all game, never played before. Tayshaun Bauer. You got a D line that's guys who aren't used to playing. I think Zimmer knew these guys are getting worn down and beat up. That probably had something to do with his decision to go for it.
But I mean, either way, you still got to stop them, no matter what.
True.
Well, if you kick the field goal, you still don't stop them. What difference does it make if it's 5 points or 8?
That's true.
There's no right answer.
No, there isn't. Well, we can all look back now.
But I gotta say, like I actually do lean more to just taking the points when they're there every time. But so I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Stud of the game. I mean, it's got to be Thielen.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who scores, baby?
Turd, I don't know. I still think it might be coaching, in my opinion. I mean,
really? Wow.
For what is it about the end of the first half that they're just guaranteed to get points every time?
Every time.
Put 3 points to 7 points on the board every time.
It's true.
Yeah.
So that's coaching.
Well, it's funny because there was like 3 minutes left in the half, and one bar said, we're watching the game. He said, let's not let him score here. I said, no, let's not let him score twice before the end of the half. That's what I was actually worried about.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get the ball back, and it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
I think coaching, I don't know what it is about that end of the first half. You might as well just put points on the board for them.
Yeah,
there you have it. Aaron Hunt and those beautiful locks, sir. Thanks for joining. Good luck to
Go
your
Hawkeyes.
Woo!
Hawks.
Hell yeah, go Hawks.
Aaron Hunt's always good to see. SSM Creations. I've been making him sweat here for a while. SSM, what's going on, buddy?
Look at that guy.
Last week I said I was angry, but I wasn't. I was just caught in the moment. And this week I'm angry. So angry to the point
angry.
where I can't think of a stud or a turd. So I've got one award. It's called the Fuck You Award.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's
my
a
God.
go
He's been
Matamida.
talking to
Kyle
Matamida. He's been
Shanahan.
talking to Matamida.
This award's going to Kyle Shanahan because I felt like I was back in 2019 in that divisional playoff game, and every time they ran the ball, my kind of just morale got lower and lower. Kind of like whoever said it before about the volleyball being and just the air was slowly being let out. It's like I was back in 2019, and it almost felt like it too because this game had so many playoff implications, and that's just it. So that's my award.
All right, SSM Creations.
SSM, well done, sir. Well done.
Always
a pleasure to have people make up their own awards. Ethan Griffith, I gotta say, Ethan, the best part about when he comes on is we can see them in the preview, and whenever he comes on, the whole time he's waiting, he's just like dancing. He's just having a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Love it.
Rocking.
Yeah.
I can't.
And he's rocking the flock of seagulls haircut right now.
Hell yeah, looking good, my man.
Hey, yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate it, boys. So
I think I saw you
here's
in
the
the
deal.
movie Spaceballs.
If I'm being honest, I've only seen that once when I was really little. So
You should watch it again. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Okay. Well.
Nah, it's a
Anyway,
classic.
stud of the game, other than Thielen, because he obviously was incredible, has to be Justin Jefferson's reactions. Him just being like, what the hell? What the fuck are we doing here, Kirk? It's like, good. Kirk only plays well if he's mad and if you're an asshole to him. And I think Justin Jefferson getting on him like that's good. I don't want him to leave like Stephon Diggs did, so we need that to happen. Turd of the game has to be Kirk Cousins. And more specifically, I think our real problem is the fans, that waved to Kirk on the highway after the Packers game was a big deal. I think it's their fault because Kirk needs to believe that we all hate him. We all hate Kirk. Yeah, just give him a big old one of these, baby.
The whole family.
And then we could have won today.
Wow. Did you just give
Thanks,
the turd
boys.
of the game to that family in the vehicle?
He did. He hates families.
It's a learning lesson for the kids. That's all I got to say. That's all.
It's all it is.
Wow. Ethan Griffith. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thanks, boys. Get your one bar Lumbergast merch now.
Yeah. Just in time for Christmas. Hey, one thing I think that is the one thing I did want to bring up. Justin Jefferson. I was kind of scared he might get some taunting penalties. Like he went over to the one corner, like tapped him on the shoulder, and like pointed out there was a flag on the play, and he like ran over there to show him. So I did too, but man, still a bit worried.
Julian Marker, we got some breaking news. Kirk makes him squirt. Luft, our man. Vikings are still the 7th seed. I mean, we'll take it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the silver lining. The NFC is shit right now, and you're going to probably get in with 9 wins. So this is not over by any stretch. This was never a game that was going to define the season. So,
Doug, yes, somebody might want to break the news to Doug that it was not a great day today.
No, I wrote him a letter. I put in the mailbox. He'll get it next week. He'll find out.
Once again, I think, what do we get? 3 new patrons tonight? There's the link right there. Hit it up.
Somebody doesn't understand how to get on. I just saw this in the
comments. We got one right here. Hold on here.
Is it the new guy?
Oh my God.
Yo, man, we got Minnesota kids.
Oh shoot. How do I expand this horizon?
I don't know.
This
oh my God, we have kids.
There we go. Everybody's got to
how do I
watch your
explode
mouth
this? Oh shoot. It's not I'm wrecking it.
You're gonna have to get you have to
That's-
switch in.
That's my youngest son Jay.
Oh yeah,
And
nice jersey,
of course
man.
that's
Jersey,
me,
baby.
Jeremy. And then
Nice.
of course that's you guys up there on the TV.
Hey, there we are.
So
There we are.
rocking and rolling,
Love
kids. So I'm
Great
happy
fish
to
on the
be a
couch.
Patreon nowadays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everything you guys do is awesome for me. So you guys keep
Heck yeah,
doing the
man.
good work. Hey, my wife just walked in. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, she
just walked
she
out.
ran away. No, don't chase her
I'm out here.
down. Don't chase her down.
Tackle her.
But anyway, guys, in all reality, if I could get my camera to work. I think you guys are freaking great. I get so pissed off at the Vikes. I thought we called a conservative game. I knew we were going to lose to them because they just like to wet the bed, and I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's true. It was going to be a tough match, but it was a little rough. We'll take it.
Yeah, but we played hard. We played tough. A lot of positives to take from it.
Well,
A lot of positives, and the best part is your boy there's got a fantastic looking jersey.
He does. He really does.
Oh, the JJ?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Look at that guy. He's
I got
looking
looking good.
EK. I just picked that up the other day.
Oh God! I thought it was
Well
a
done,
74.
sir.
I thought you were rocking an Oli Udo for a second.
Well, thanks for being a
I'd have been
patron.
doing that. You guys could have kicked me in the nuts. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well, you gentlemen have a great night, and don't do anything I would do.
All right, man.
All right, thank you, sir. Love it.
He brings up something that I do want to touch on though, and that's I feel like the Vikings keep catching these teams at the worst times. We played the Browns when they were still good. Now they're kind of struggling. You get the Niners on an upswing. I just feel like the schedule when we're playing these guys hasn't always favored the Vikings this year, and we're kind of catching teams when they seem to be playing their best football. So it is something that's just the way the schedule's gone this year for the Vikings.
Well, we got the Lions next, so they're not a team on the upswing. I will say if we lose to the Lions and there's any fire zimmers in the post game, those will actually be mildly valid, but is what it is. We lost to a very good team on the road.
Okay, very good team.
The Niners, I mean, they've ripped off 3 in a row too.
Not a very good team. They got Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
I would say the Niners are a pretty good team.
Yeah, a good team, not a very good team.
What's the difference? Man, we can have this discussion later, but it's a good
solid
team.
I'd be confident calling them a solid team.
I won't if I'm in the playoffs. I really don't want to play the Niners with that run game.
I don't think any team wants to play the Vikings in the playoffs this year.
Like the way you think. But yeah, they're good, and a lot of people.
How many we got? Like 12 more?
No, that's everybody. I think it's time for our stud and turd of the game. I'd like 12 more patrons. We got to get to 50. At least we had our Christmas cards to send out.
Yeah, I got some stamps if you need them.
All right, well, let's get to our stud and turd of the game.
All right. So we'll start with the turd because we end on a positive. That is the rule that is in the One Bar and Leppagus Show Bible. This is from chapter John, verse 6:3, verse 9 through 12.
Moving along.
Turd of the game is Mackenzie Alexander for me. Again, I just have not been overly impressed with Mackenzie Alexander all year long. And today, I really thought was his worst game. He had that stretch where he had the horrible coverage. I don't know what he was doing on the conversion. I think it was a 3rd down. And then the very next play, they score a touchdown. And that was part of that end of the half collapse that kind of sprang the 49ers getting back into this game. And Mackenzie Alexander's been doing this shit all year long, not really getting called out on it at all. So Mac Alexander, to me, is my turd of the game.
Yeah, he had a couple of rough plays. I mean, the way I look at Mackenzie Alexander is, what's your expectations for him? He's getting paid $1 million.
Very high.
He's getting paid $1 million a year. A guy that nobody really wanted to sign. The Vikings brought him in. I think he played about as well.
I don't know why you're up.
You just had your chance.
You're a poor play apologist.
A what?
You're a poor play apologist.
I'm not a poor play apologist. When I think of Mackenzie Alexander, I think he's going to have some decent games. He's going to have some not so great games. It's Mackenzie Alexander.
I haven't seen a decent game yet from this year.
Well, I agree. He did not have his best game, but yeah, I guess your expectations a little bit higher for him. My turd is easy. It's Oli Udo. Again, I don't care if it's if I'm cherry picking here, but especially that Dalvin Cook play, that was just, I mean, Jesus, I don't know what that was, just disgusting, gross. The worst part about this is that Wyatt Davis or nobody else could even crack this lineup here. So I guess Oli Udoh is the best of the worst. So Oli Udoh is my turd. It's not even close.
Yeah, and you wonder Davis. I don't know. They still feel like it must be an injury or something because he was ruled out pretty early
It
this
wasn't
week.
injuries the last couple of weeks.
No, it wasn't. So I don't know what it is. Maybe this is enough to see Oli Udoh causing injuries to the rest of your team. That is definitely a concern. So yeah, I don't know. Let's go to the positive. Let's go to the stud, and I'll let you go first since I took the first turd. So go ahead and name your stud.
I will say that even though Kirk Cousins, I'm loving me some Kirk Cousins this year. I think he's played fantastic. There's no doubt about it. He was very close to my second turd just because, God, expected more from him. We're at the point now where he's having such a good season. You expect more, especially against Shanahan, a guy who clearly has a man crush on him. Damn it, Kirk. But anyways, stud. I don't think this is nobody mentioned him. I'm going Harrison Smith. I think he had one of his better games. He had that interception. He was in the backfield. He was pretty much around the ball constantly, laying big hits. So Harrison Smith is my stud.
Yeah, Harrison Smith had a great game. We have 11 tackles, the interception. The guy was all over the place making plays. I think I feel like Cam Bynum's good play really kind of lit a fire under Harrison Smith's ass. We've seen two pretty solid performances from him since he's come back into the lineup. But I'm going to go with the obvious answer. I'm going Adam Thielen. Again, I don't know who it was. Was it Ethan Griffith or somebody just kind of said earlier, like, hey, I'm Adam Thielen. I'm still here. And look at me. I can still play too. And, not only did he have the big touchdown catch early, but then the second one where he's wide open and Kirk Cousins throws it behind him, he makes this amazing kind of diving backwards hand grab that was just a beautiful catch. And you don't see – it's just kind of an odd play, but he held it in. And, again, that play late, everybody who's wearing purple knows he caught that ball. I don't know how you overturn that thing. To me, that was a complete head scratcher. But Adam Thielen stepped up today and did everything he could to make the Minnesota Vikings win. Unfortunately, it was just not quite enough.
Yeah, a couple comments last minute about Kirk Cousins lining up behind Oli Udoh. That was a little bit odd. I don't know what was going on there. Must have been having a moment. But that's worthy of turd of the game.
Wasn't that during the stretch where he was trying to get Jefferson to come back out for the play? I thought it was that same series. So I wasn't going to blame Cousins for that because he was trying to get Jefferson to come back out, and he was probably just flustered and feeling rushed. So I'm not going to really blame him for that one.
Rush.
Oh, I love that song.
All right. Well, that's pretty much a wrap. I mean, there were some positives out of it, a lot of negatives. Tough game, tough one to swallow. Good 3-game stretch coming up. A lot to talk about this week. About the Lions coming up. We're going to spank the shit out of them. Can't wait. And we'll be back to 500. All will be well.
Well, and that's really what you got to do with the Lions coming up. You got to just roll. You got to destroy them. You cannot have a close game with the Lions.
Like last game.
Yeah, just go on the road. Just destroy the Lions. Don't make this thing close. Get up early. Stay up big. Defense show up. Shut them down. Shut down Jared Goff. Shut down Jared Goff. I can't think of DeAndre Swift. Who else there is in that team?
We don't need to talk about any more Lions.
Don't toy with them. Just kill them. Put them away. Put them away. That's how you overcome this deflating defeat to the 49ers.
It was defeat. Thanks for everybody for hopping on. Always love the post games. Thanks for all the patrons. Love it. Everybody who's hopping on, giving their stud and turd and donating the show. Greatly appreciated. We'll be back tonight with some more episodes. Biggest losers, biggest winners. And then it's on to the Lions, folks.
And actually, if you get the Patreon card, you may see why I will be a contestant on The Biggest Loser coming up. Dirk Diggler wants somebody to take a seat on his.
His picture of your zit is getting bigger, by the way.
What the heck? I appreciate him editing that during the show.
Julian Marker is going to send us off with this.
All right, thank you for Julian. And what do you think of what Julian just wrote? Think about this. Michael Jackson requested his wine be served in Diet Coke cans during flights because he did not want his fans to see him drinking alcohol.
We should do